Okay, yesterday we have started classification of MAC protocols. Okay, actually, MAC protocols used for power reduce the power consumption. Okay, for particular communication and all we are using mainly. In that, there are main four classification, that is normal contention based, and then contention based with reserve mechanism, and contention based protocol with schedule mechanism, and other. Okay, last we seen, I think, contention based protocol with schedule mechanism. After we have seen, now today we are going to see other MAC protocols. Okay, where other we can use that. Okay, in contention based protocols, sender initiated and receiver initiated. Okay, in sender initiated there are many, like single channel protocols, multi channel protocols. Okay, then in receiver initiated protocols there are three. Okay, march by, and RI. Okay, BTMA. Okay, in receiver initiated protocol, in march handshakes are reduced. Okay, handshaking means handshaking means normally handshaking we know, between two people they are handshaking. Okay, but here it's reduced because of RTS is not connected to continuously. Okay, this is the receiver initiated, busy to multiple access, and then march by initiative, receiver initiative. In that synchronous, asynchronous we have seen. In a synchronous, that soft reservation with priority assignment is there. Then 5-phase reservation protocols, 5 that has reservation request, collision report, reservation confirmation, reservation acknowledgement, packing, eliminating. These 5 stages are there. Because of that, here is a 5-phase reservation protocol in synchronous. Second is like a piggyback of reservation. There is a restoration, QoS routing, and all that. Okay, actually in contention based protocol with reservation mechanism, it gives the good quality of service, QoS. Okay, rather than normal contention based protocol, because there is no synchronization. Okay, here is first synchronization, and then there is communication between them. Okay, and also some bits are there in frame length and all that. Okay, real-time access control protocols, that is RTMA, with scheduling mechanism. It also gives the good quality of services. Okay, because there is delay targeting is there, also traffic load at nodes also deal with it, and also battery powers. All these factors are dealt in schedule mechanism. Okay, in that there are two types, like distributed priority scheduling and multi-hoop coordination. We see what is multi-hoop. There are many hoops, and then communication is there. Distributed priority. Okay. Then there is also distributed wireless ordering protocols. Okay. Last we have seen up to here. Okay, here. Okay. Distributed wireless ordering protocols, DWOP. Media access scheme along with scheduling mechanism based on the distributed priority scheduling schemes. Okay. We have to schedule the priority of the each nodes. According to that, the media will be assigned. Okay, that is in the distributed wireless network. Then distributed lattice priority scheduling. Scheduling decisions are made based on the states of the neighbor nodes and feedback from the destination node regarding packet loss. Okay, in that in distributed lattice based protocol, scheduling is done by using neighboring node states, and also considered feedback from the destination regarding packet losses. Okay. Okay, in that SIP, first node is sent and sent the packet whichever is assigned some scheduling in that period, but it is lost, destination is lost. Because of that, again that same node will resend that data, and because of that the scheduling of that next node will be assigned to the same node. Because of that the feedback is, it is good. Okay, first means in a real time. Okay, whenever there is a loss, that time it again assign and get the data, okay, to the destination, and also neighboring node information. Because whenever that is transmitting to other node, and according to priority the media is assigned to some other nodes, and whenever node get the information from destination, and also neighboring node is sending, that time the collision is avoided. Okay, means 100% collision avoidance is here. Okay, then packets are recorded based on the uniform laxity budget and that packet delivery ratio of the flows. Okay, and laxity of packet is the time remaining before its deadline. Then again the protocols that are used in unidirectional antenna. Okay, what is a unidirectional antenna? Okay, कोणी सांगू शकता का what is unidirectional antenna?
Ma'am, the output of that is in only in one direction.
Okay, again पुढे. Okay, normal difference is in unidirectional and bidirectional is that we are putting transmitter and receiver at the both end of the transmitter side and receiver side. That is means unidirectional means whenever we are transmitting, that receiver is in only in receiver side, and there is a bidirectional means only in one direction data is transmission is possible, and bidirectional means we are transmit and receive at the continuous time. That is a bidirectional antennas. Okay. MAC protocol that uses the directional antennas in have several advantages. Okay, directional antennas reduce the signal interference, increase in system throughput, and improve the channel reusability. Okay, MAC protocol sometimes uses directional antennas. Okay, directional antenna has means whenever we are sending, that time receiver means receiver is not broadcasting, or whenever receiver is broadcasting data, antenna means we are used for broadcasting purpose. Okay, data. Okay, and sometimes receiver is receive also. Okay, that time means continue simultaneously there is no transmitting and at the both end, okay, only one in one direction, okay, that is nothing but unidirectional antennas. We use the directional antennas, okay, and reduce the signal interference means directional in a particular direction the antenna sends the information, that means it reduces the interference of the signals, okay. In bidirectional or multidirectional antenna we are used that and then increase the system throughput also, okay, improve the channel reusability, okay. Then MAC protocol using directional antennas make use of the RTS CTS exchange mechanism also, okay. RT obviously there is to avoid collision and all that use RTS and CTS mechanism also, use a directional antenna for transmitting and receiving data packets, obviously. Then the bidirectional busy tone based on MAC protocol BBTMA. It uses the directional antennas for transmitting RTS, CTS, and data frames and busy tones. Okay. Busy was a tone. Whenever the busy tone is we use that time. Busy tones means it is whenever a transmitter is ready to transmit. That time that MAC or some channel is assigned to the other nodes, or it is in busy state. That time is use the busy tone. So to whichever transmit want to transmit that node. Okay. In that case also it uses a directional antennas to transmit CTS, RTS data frames and all that. Then directional MAC protocols for ad hoc wireless networks. That is DMAC1. A directional antenna is used for transmitting RTS packets and omnidirectional antennas for CTS packets. Ad hoc means particularly for ad hoc networks means I want to communicate to all the networks. In that case, omnidirectional is used. What is the main characteristic of the omnidirectional antenna is that it radiates the power in all direction at a equal intensity or equal strength. Okay, because so that whenever the ad hoc wireless network is there, that time all nodes are in distributed manner, so it needs to transmit the power in all direction with equal intensity. That is nothing but omnidirectional antennas for CTS packet also. Then DMAC distributed directional MAC protocols in ad hoc network are both directional RTS and omnidirectional RTS. It can use both for directional RTS and omnidirectional RTS transmission are used. Okay. See, this is a source and sending RTS to in all directional, and then packet transmission also is there. Data CTS, RTS. Okay. MAC protocol that uses a directional antennas. This is a destination, this is a source, and this is RTS. Okay, sends the RTS, then here is a destination, it receives the RTS signal and then sends the CTS to source node, and again source node sends the data. Okay. Then a directional antenna or beam antenna is an antenna which radiates or receives greater power in a specific direction, allowing for increased performance and reduce the interference from the unwanted source. Okay, now this is one of the characteristic of the directional antennas or beam antennas, which radiates the power in all direction, but for that particular direction, it gives a more radiates or receives the more power in that specific direction and increase the performance. Okay, and reduce the interference from the unwanted sources. Okay, uh, obviously in which direction the strength is signal strength is more, that in that direction it receives, and all which are less signal means red, sorry, strength from the other nodes that are in less means less strength, they are rejected. Okay, then omnidirectional refers to the notation of filling of the existing in every direction. Okay, omnidirection, it radiates in all direction in equal intensity. Okay, then omnidirectional antenna is that radiates equally in all direction. Handshaking is the exchange of information between two modems and the resulting agreement about which protocol to use that preceded each telephone connection. Handshaking is particular is okay. Handshaking means communicating to between like a synchronization purpose. Okay, like similar to synchronization. Okay, where handshaking means, okay, similar that the receiver and transmitter handshaking means similarly how we handshake. Okay, then information between two modem and resulting agreement about protocol to use the preceded each telephone connection. Okay, दोन modem मधले handshaking is there between two modems, and resulting in the agreement means communication between two that modem one, in that one modem is like it is a transmitter, other modem is like a receiver, and agreement between to communicate and use the protocols that each telephone connection is there. Okay, this is the MAC protocol that uses the directional antennas. Okay, then other MAC protocols, or rather than that, a contention based MAC protocol, contention based mechanism with reserve mechanism, and contention based protocol with scheduling mechanism, and other than that, which are from other than these three are coming to other protocols. Okay, whichever protocol is not in that three protocols that come into other protocols. Okay, multi-channel MAC protocol, multi-channels for data transmission. There is a no dedicated control channel. Based on channel usage, channel can be classified into three types, like a high, medium, and low preference channels. Okay, for transmitting and for receiver, there are multi channels are available. There is no dedicated control channel is there. Okay, then based on usage, channel can be classified into three types, like how high, medium, low preference channels. Okay, चॅनल किती यूज करतो त्याच्यानुसार ते हाय, मीडियम अँड लो फ्रिक्वेन्सी चॅनल्स आर देयर. ओके, then multi-channel carry extends multiple access MAC protocol. Available bandwidth is divided into several channels. Okay, obviously where is there is a carrier extends multi-channel access, there is always a bandwidth division is there. Okay, then power control MAC protocol, PCM, for ad hoc networks allow nodes to vary their transmission power level on a per packet basis. Okay, the power of that transmission is level on the per packet basis is there. Okay, nodes. Okay, power control MAC protocol for ad hoc networks means for one packet there is some 1 joule, 2 joule power is required to transmit and receive. Okay, watt or joule anyway. Then receiver based accurate protocols use a rate adaptation approach. In receiver, data is acquired, means adaptation is there in receiver side according to in which how much data rate it is acquiring, means like 10 kbps, 20 kbps, according that the approach is there. Okay, adaptation approach is for that. म्हणजे रिसिव्हर स्वतः किती रेटनी ऍक्सेप्ट करतो तो डेटा, त्याच्यावरून दॅट नथिंग बट रिसिव्हर बेस्ड ॲटो rate protocols. Okay, next one is interleaved carrier sense multiple access protocol, ICSMA. Available bandwidth is split into two equal channels, and the handshaking process is interleaved between the two channels. Okay, where there is a whenever multiple channel access is there, carrier sense is there, there is a splitting of the bandwidth, available bandwidth to the all channels, and the handshaking process is also interlude between two channels. Next part I have part is like transmit power. Okay, what is a transmitter power? Transmitter power. Okay, power conservation is one of the most important issue in the wireless ad hoc and sensor network, where nodes are likely rely on the limited power batteries, limited battery power. Okay, our WSN network, in that sensor nodes are in distributed in remote location. Because of that, we are providing power to that node through only battery. Okay, other source is not available there. Okay, the transmit, because of that, the most important issue, this is a battery means power consumption, power transmit power, and all that are the most important issues. Okay, and also come in the quality of services also there. Okay, then transmitting at unnecessary high power not only reduce the lifetime of the nodes and the network, but also introduce excessive interference. Okay, we are providing high power, means it also degrade the life of that time. Okay, lifetime of that particular node or particular network, but also interferes, means means we are providing a high transmitting power, means the signal is strengthened, means it go long distances. Okay, travel long distance, and where unnecessary nodes are connected to that particular network. Okay, so because of that, the introduces on excessive interferences between network. Okay, then it is in the network designer best interest to have each node transmit at a lowest possible power while preserving network connectivity. Okay, it is a designer कोणी पण डिझाईन करत असेल त्याची एक हे वर्क आहे, डिझायनर वर्क टू reduce each node have to transmit at a lowest possible power while preserving network connectivity. Okay, it node म्हणजे प्रत्येक नोड हा ऑपरेट व्हायला पाहिजे का ट्रान्समिट पॉवर ट्रान्समिट करताना ॲट अ लोएस्ट पॉसिबल पॉवर, मीन्स लोएस्ट पॉसिबल ला, आणि त्याच पॉवरला तो कनेक्टिव्हिटी पण मेंटेन करायला पाहिजे प्रत्येक नोड्सची. ओके, इट मेंटेन्स द कनेक्टिव्हिटी ऑल्सो. ओके, ॲट द लोएस्ट पॉवर पॉसिबल. Then optimal common transmit power defined as a minimum transmit power used by all nodes necessary to guarantee network connectivity. Then whenever the optimal common power transmit power is there, is defined by minimum transmit power used by all nodes necessary to guarantee the network connectivity. Okay. Optimal power means whenever we are designing our WSN network, that time we need to calculate optimum power, common power transmit between all the nodes. Okay, is nothing but a minimum power used by the all the nodes to guarantee that all network is connected. Okay, optimal power whenever we are designing our WSN network, that time we need to calculate optimal common power transmit, which is nothing but the minimum power required to each node to maintain the connectivity over all the networks.
Ma'am, your voice is breaking.
Voice breaking. Actually, I think wait. Which network is coming? Okay, now we'll see. It is okay or again breaking? Prajakta? Prajakta?
सॉरी मॅम, माझ्याकडेच नेटवर्क इश्यू होता.
Okay, okay, ठीक है. It's okay. Okay, and this is a desirable sensor network where the nodes are relatively simple and it is difficult to modify the transmit power after deployment. Okay, sometimes before deployment of our network, we need to calculate all the optimal power and how what is the minimum power of that node to maintain the connectivity. It is need to calculate. After once we deploy our network at the remote location, there is a no chances, means it is very difficult to power up, change the modify or change the power transmit power after deployment. Okay. Then the optimal transmit power is subject to specific routing and medium access control MAC protocols. It is a subject to specific routing and medium access control protocol is also there for it. For this purpose is also we require a optimal power transmit power, and each node should be able to communicate with any other nodes and possibly via multiple hoops. The connectivity level of an ad hoc wireless network depends on the transmit power of the nodes. Okay, obviously the connectivity is depends on the transmit power of that particular node. Then, however, as mentioned earlier, transmitting is an excessive high power is insufficient because the mutual interference is there in the shared radio channels and other limited power lifetime. Okay. Okay, so if we are using excessive power transmit power, in that there is a mutual interference in the shared radio channel, and also lifetime of the battery is limited. Then ideally the transmit power of a node should be adjusted on link by link basis to achieve the maximum possible power saving. Okay, then the ideal scheme. Okay, these are the schemes we are. Ideally, the transmit power of node should be adjusted on the link by link basis to achieve a maximum power savings. Okay. Link by link basis means one node after one node. Okay, like that hoop type. Okay. On that basis, we can use the maximum power. Okay, for saving purpose. Okay, maximum power will be saved. Then in deriving the optimal transmit power, conventional graph theoretic approach by taking the realistic physical layer characteristic into consideration. In deriving the optimal transmit power means equation, the conventional graph theoretic approach by taking a realistic physical layer characteristic into consideration. In terms of quality of service constraint given by the maximum to tolerable bit error rate at the end of the multi-hoop routing with the average hoops. Okay, in the quality of service, we also consider the transmitting power, constrain the maximal tolerable bit error, like it is BR, at the end of multi-hoop. Okay, this is the research power where power management techniques and schemes are given. Power generation, how the generic sensor node architecture is there, like a sensor or actuator, then analog to digital converter, and FGA, ASCII values are there, like memories are there, then radio station, then memory, MCU, microcontroller unit. Sorry, this is not, I think. Power gating for WSN dynamic voltage means scaling. Low power communication. Wait, it's not paper, I think. ओके, ट्रान्समिट पॉवर अजून एकदा उद्या बघू आपण. ओके, ठीक आहे.